Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Oh, hold on. Now, so it said recording in progress while I had already started talking. So I'm not sure how much of that intro it picked up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the intro. I'm going to start the intro here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Good Vibes Live. I'm one of your hosts, Liam Marr. The other guy, he's fucking dead. It sucks. Maybe we'll see him again. Maybe he's dead. I don't know. I hope he's not dead. But anyway, I'm here today with a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands to. This is like sort of like when we're at like live shows. You gotta.
That's what you're doing.
You can't tell. Gotcha. You can't tell right now, but people are losing their minds right now. They're
clapping
in their car,
just like
getting
in
into traffic accidents.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of our demographic, they're commuters and stuff. So
so
it's podcasting in general. Yeah.
A lot of commuters. I listen to podcasts when I commute. Not yours, but I do listen to podcasts.
I don't blame you. It's I mean, you're missing out, but I don't blame
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Tommy Dwyer. that was them going nuts. Tommy, who the fuck are you?
What do you mean, who am I? You asked me to be on the show. You want me to introduce myself?
Tommy, you are a comedian, an actor, a lover, a guest on this podcast.
Fan of Liam. Big fan of Liam.
Oh, you're too kind. I'm sweating, and it's not just because it's 100 degrees in the studio.
This is good. The chicken coop, 100 degrees in the chicken coop that you're in right now.
Well, you know, it's always hot in the studio with me, but that's because I bring the heat. You know what I mean, Tommy? That's what I do.
I love that you call your parents' attic the studio.
No, this isn't my parents' attic. This is my neighbors.
Studio. This is the studio.
So long as they don't know I'm in here, it's not a big deal.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah. Exactly. It's really hot. So, Tommy, where do we begin? Where do we begin? Where would you like to begin? Where in your mind does your story start?
I mean, man, I don't know. My story starts, probably comedy-wise, 10 years ago, acting-wise, probably a little bit before that. Got started in comedy kind of in a crazy way. I'd been saying I was going to do it for a long time, saying, writing down jokes and saying I was going to do it. Buddy of mine knew someone at Vincent's and got me in an open mic at Vincent's and was kind of just like, hey man, like you're going up next like Thursday night, and kind of threw me into the fire and did it. And I kind of never stopped from there. So I guess that's where the comedy started, was going up at Vincent's, and I had no idea what I was doing, and completely ate shit, I think. And looking back, I'm super embarrassed. Yeah. Go ahead.
Is this the Vincent's with the meatball sandwiches?
It's the meatball Vincent's.
God bless that. Meatball sandwiches. Yeah. Not a bad place to get your sea legs, I think.
Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, everybody was like super supportive there. Like, it's a good group of like a creative spot where like people are in there, and like a lot of the people are artists one way or another, with music or comedy or just, general artists. So everybody was really kind to me. But looking back, it was like so bad. It was so bad. And it's like so painful to think of those like early first shows that I did and like going through all that stuff again. I certainly wouldn't want to do that. But yeah, that's how it all started for me. It was I worked as a stagehand at the time, and I was always talking about it with the other stagehands. And one day, a dude kind of called me out. He's like, "Hey, look, Thursday night, you're either going up or you're fucking lying, and like you're not going to be a comedian." So I did it. Yeah, kept going.
That's awesome. That was one of the first rooms I started in as well. It went out,
oh, really?
Yeah. Worcester, Massachusetts, the greatest city on earth, as everyone knows. The Paris of the 80s. Paris of the 90s and now, but that was like a super like locational joke. I don't know what radio station it is, but it's like the 80s, 90s, and now. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I don't know what radio station that is either, though.
No free plugs anyway, but that was a very whack thing to say. But anyway, the Worcester, Massachusetts, the greatest city on earth, better than New York City.
I call it the city of broken dreams, but now it's starting to become like real.
The city of stars. I mean?
City of stars now. Yeah. It used to be broken dreams though. We had like all the old warehouses and like it was a sad place. It was like one of those places where every day is just like gray. You know what I mean? Like there's never, no, it's never sunny, never rainy. It's just always gray. That's how I used to picture it. Not anymore though. Now it's sunny. It's happy.
In the Greendale
It's
Mall.
the Smile City. Yeah, the Greendale Mall is being closed.
Demolished, actually. Sorry, was that?
It's gone, right? The Dream Machine. You don't. You're too young to remember Dream Machine, probably.
What is the Dream Machine? What is this?
It was
like
the arcade.
The Ice Cats.
No, it's like the arcade that was in the Greendale Mall. You go down the escalator and by the food court. There was the Dream Machine. That was the jam.
That sounds awesome. I mean, there was definitely an arcade there, like in my distant memories, I think, like of that place.
That'd be the Dream Machine.
Yeah, no, I mean that, and what else? I went there Black Friday shopping a few times. Because I just always I was hoping for a fight. I never really saw it. People didn't get that rowdy, and then I was just tired. And
if you wanted to get into a fight, the Black Friday crowd was not the crowd. The crowd to get into a fight, and people my age and older will probably know, is the Greendale Mall Carnival. Was the place for fights if you were like a angsty teen boy, which you give off the angsty teen boy vibe.
Still, you really think so?
Oh yeah.
I don't want it to go away.
Yeah, you're bad boy. Yeah, you're like
I'm a bad boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're a bad boy. I want
to be the office bad boy. That's what I want
exactly. To be. Like. The James Dean of comedy, everyone calls. Yeah, him. I don't know if you know that or not, but
I know James Dean is. He's fucking dead, but. Yeah.
Well, that's what everyone calls you. I don't know if it's because they think you're a bad boy or they also hope that you die. I'm not sure which. I don't know which one it is, but they do call you that.
Could you imagine just Connolly or someone just be like, "This is
I've heard it before. Like,
Lister.
I'm not going to say who, but like backstage, I've heard people be like, "You'd walk by."
I hope he dies in a car accident.
Well, they said like one guy was like, "That's the James Dean of comedy," and the other guy said, "Someday," and like crossed his fingers, like.
It was Sweeney, wasn't it?
No, he didn't know who you were at all. Yeah.
No, of course not. It was not him. Yeah. I understand. He that was a great show though. That was a fun weekend. We did a show this summer. We did 2 shows this summer actually. Right?
We did.
Yeah. Orlando Baxter and Steve Sweeney at the Woo-Wah Comedy Club in Worcester, Mass. Now we're getting derailed. The Greendale Carnival
is where the fights would happen. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I feel like they were still doing those like semi recently. Like,
I mean, probably 10 years ago. Right?
No, definitely. I saw
more recent than that.
Yeah. Like in the last few years, it would drive by.
I think you're just picturing the Greendale Mall crowd recently, thinking that it was a carnival, but it's not. They had an actual carnival that used to go there in the parking lot.
It's the guy like eating swords and like
that's what ended up at the Greendale Mall. Yeah.
Okay.
They used to have an actual carnival there in the parking lot with like the big slide and
No, they definitely. I'm telling you, I definitely saw a big ass slide, like multicolored and wavy.
Yeah.
And then I saw like one of those rides that like spins really fast, and for some reason
they
safe.
The fast spin ride. Yeah.
That one.
I think that's really it. I think that's all they had. Yeah, and they had like booth games and fights, and then teen fights. Yeah,
team fights, dude. If I some people pay for exclusively teen fights, so to just get those included, like is
a throw-in.
It's a pretty,
there were some adults there that were like they had no kids with them. I think they were there for the teen fights. Yeah.
I mean, if it's in town, you gotta support the local economy. I understand that.
Exactly.
That's something I can get behind. I believe in capitalism. But anyway, Tommy, behind you we have some. I know I can tell you're a man of fine arts, a man of culture.
I'm a collector.
You're a collector. Can you explain?
Yeah, we got.
Explain the image right directly behind you.
Yeah, let's start over here. With the
you should get the whole shebang.
That's Mac and Hulk Hogan. Those are my English bulldogs.
Amazing.
We did a paint night, and I painted Mac, and my wife painted Hulk Hogan. And then right behind me, we have a rendering of me riding a 3-headed tiger and sort of grabbing the tiger by the jaws, and I'm sort of shirtless. And to me, this is my office, so to me, this is just inspiration every day when I come down. It's just like I'm going to dominate whatever I do in this space for the remainder of the day. Obviously, that's what I do. So
no, I mean that's a lot of respect there. That is easily
Yeah.
in the top 5 coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can sell prints of it if anyone's interested. You can get a print of me shirtless riding a 3-headed tiger. But
You
if
already
you know,
have the podcast art. You should just have like
yeah,
that's some genius shit right there. Because
yeah. No, I
that's
just
incredible.
need the podcast. Yeah,
Yeah, you could
Which
sell.
is, I was thinking of doing a podcast because like no other comedians do them. So I was like, that would be a good way to get like a stronghold on this whole thing. Is like it would be very unique.
Listen, it's 2009. Okay, there are only about 10,000 podcasts out there.
Yeah.
You know, actually, it's fucked up. Like, I'm obviously being satirical, but I read recently that there are more podcasts than there are guns in America.
Is that wait? So you're being serious or satirical?
I'm being satirical now too.
Satirical.
It's like a double hole of satire. But
yeah. Well, because you can like most people only have one podcast, but then like 50 guns. You know what I mean? So maybe per capita. You know, if we're doing
if you have 50 podcasts, you need at least one gun and a bullet. But
exactly.
Exactly. No, I mean, I think it's an original idea. I think you do very well. You got a great voice for it. Got a great.
I do have a nice, yeah.
And the podcast art is gonna carry that shit as well
for a while.
So,
people wouldn't even listen. They'd probably just look at it as they drive, which is really what you want.
Yeah, this is great. I was actually Could I possibly get a photo of that for the thumbnail?
For sure.
Decent photo. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'll send it to you in the email that you. I'll just reply to your email. I gotta say, by the way, before we get too deep into this,
how about it?
This has been super professional production from the beginning.
As professional as it gets.
As
professional as it gets.
As promised. It's been very, very, very well done.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm wearing basketball shorts and dress shoes.
Oh, good. Well, that means the dress shoes is because you mean business.
Yeah, it's also the arch support.
Which is nice.
Plantar fasciitis.
I could tell you were a fasciitis guy. I didn't want to say it when you were up on stage. Always, I would lean into people and be like, "Plantar fasciitis." He looks like he might. Yeah,
dude, look at how fucked up he's holding his leg. Like you can tell that's uncomfortable. Yeah,
I know because I'm a big foot fetish guy, so I could tell.
Oh yeah, I'm an amateur podiatrist. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is quickly going down a route that I do not want it to go down. So
no. I mean, this is nothing we said is problematic. I don't think.
Not yet.
So
not yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. There's plenty of time. But I was going to ask you your opinion on a topical issue, but I feel like it could go in a couple ways here. Would you rather talk about Afghanistan or OnlyFans?
Oh yeah, let's talk about only Gans.
only
Afghans.
Only Afghans. That's good, dude. No. I think that actually, we should probably start being respectful. They're an official country now.
OnlyFans.
Only Taliban.
Only
the Taliban.
Only bands.
Only Vans.
Yeah.
Only Vans.
Yeah, no.
This is good.
Yeah, so did you see the OnlyFans thing today though? They
reversed it?
Double back. Yeah, they doubled back.
Okay. Well, that's a good business.
So we're
call.
back to porn. Yeah.
Thank God.
It was a wild, like whoever had the initial take, that was a wild take. I'm like, we're just gonna do recipes now.
I've had such anxiety about it because that's my main revenue source.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were a subscriber.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm a frequent flyer. Don't get me wrong, but I've always been a content creator. Creator. Yeah. And it's a niche. It's a niche for sure.
Plantar fasciitis stuff.
Yeah, I show how to get those deep stretches and shit.
Yeah.
And
the fascia.
it doesn't fix anything. The doctors are lying to me for sure, but they just don't have an answer.
It fixes your heart. It fixes inside.
No.
And no, you don't think so? I thought it was good for you.
Tenses it up a bit, I think. It puts you on edge, and then like someone cuts you off in traffic, and then you're following them home.
I've never gone down the OnlyFans like wormhole.
Sure, you want me to explain?
I'm not against it. Yeah. No, I'm not against OnlyFans. I just don't know much about OnlyFans, right?
No,
I
okay.
just
So
know
it's
that primarily a porn source that they said no porn, and now they're saying porn again. Which
yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, you can use it. Are you familiar with Patreon?
I mean, like I understand like what they
Yeah,
are.
yeah. It doesn't
Um,
have to be for porn, but
yeah, but what else would
it's
you be paying for?
I don't know. You're right. I don't have anything. I don't have a counterpoint to
It's
that.
like
You're
when
right. You're
the
right.
Spice Channel just if the Spice Channel was like, I'm doing references that are too old for people your age. Do you know the Spice Channel?
What's the Spice Channel? Is that a
That was
dirty
like
one of
an
those naughty
old,
naughty
yeah, it
channels?
was like an old
Yeah.
porno channel on TV, and
Okay.
like you couldn't, if you didn't pay for it, you could just watch like the squiggly lines and like
Oh,
try
like
and make
C-SPAN.
out like C-SPAN. Which is,
People fuck on C-SPAN. I see it all the time.
you have to
All
pay
right,
for
go.
C-SPAN now.
No, yeah, it's like HBO. They went down
You're
that
like,
avenue with it. In
like,
between the
ooh,
news, just someone's getting.
I think I got the governor's tit. Oh no, it was his elbow. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I fucking. It sounds more interesting than most shit, but uh, okay. So go on. It's the Spice Channel. There's
No, it would be like the Spice Channel saying like, now we're just doing cooking programs, but we're still going to charge you like $30 a month to watch them. Like what?
yeah, no, I don't.
That's why the
I
Spice
don't.
Channel went away.
Yeah, I don't know if OnlyFans would have been long for this world if they had done what they did there. I also
No.
I'm like, okay, if they stop doing it, someone is going to.
Just do it.
I'll
Yeah.
start the company. I'll start the fucking
Yeah.
company right now. Like it's like what? It's clearly a working
I
model.
know.
And they're crushing it. But I've also heard there's a dark side to it, as there is anything. But iPhone users,
Yeah.
people commit suicide to make those phones. So
Yeah.
that's how it goes. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I just tied a lot of things together there.
You
Made
did.
it all.
Yeah.
It
I
was
want to
really
go
a
back
commentary
to.
on consumerism.
I want to go back to something that we talked about previously. Just for
Sure.
a second. I want to go back because ever since we talked about the Greendale Mall, and if this happens to be one of our listeners tonight,
okay,
I just want to know what happened to the guy. There used to be a guy at the Greendale Mall that sold Beanie Babies in one of those like center kiosks. And I'll tell you, when Beanie Babies were in their heyday, he was rolling in there like motherfucking Mr. Monopoly, like going down like with his pimp cane and his fucking top hat. Then like he never let go of it. And they were like, he was selling Beanie Babies there in like 2015, 2018. That dude was still trying to hawk Beanie Babies. I want to know what happened. Like, so if he's listening, reach out to Liam. Go visit him. Go visit his fucking
dead.
He might be.
That man's dead for sure.
I want to see what happened to him. I want to know where he went.
It's really funny that you bring that guy up because, like, hold on, I'm fixing my earbuds. It's annoying me. It's funny that you bring him up because I also have an anecdote for possibly the same individual, but an individual that sold stuff at those kiosks there. Are you familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Oh, it's probably the same guy.
I think it was the same guy. I gotta be honest. I know what I bought from him was Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah,
but I believe he sold like a bunch of like knickknacks and like other This guy would
his heyday was Beanie Babies. Like that was like
it was really weird. I was probably like I don't know when I was playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It was like 23, 22. Yeah, it's like but I mean it was hopping, and during that whole Pokemon era, that shit that was
what's the difference between Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, you fucking idiot! I don't even know where to.
I'm sorry. You know what I played? You know what I played was sports. So
you played sports. Good for you.
I was a sports guy.
Kissed girls too, you weirdo. Like I was too. If you had, I had Skyfer the Sky Dragon, bro. I'm not even sure if that's the name. Yeah. Cypher. It might be Cypher.
Don't act.
It's definitely been a.
You still have the card. You still have the card.
I 2 girls weaseled them out of me. I'm not kidding. They took everything from me. I'm not kidding. It set a really, really heavy bias that I'm still getting over to this day. But anyway, this guy at the kiosk at the Greendale Mall, they're like car. So I don't know. Where should I even start with the Pokemon thing?
Did you play both?
Yeah, of course I did, bro. They're great games. I probably played Pokemon a lot more, but Pokemon is like I believe both games are from Japan. One is a card game, one is also a card game and a video game. And I think there are video games of Yu-Gi-Oh, but the Pokemon video games are like the more popular ones that people associate. No one ever talks about Yu-Gi-Oh. They're not talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh video games, right? They're talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. It's a product of the late 90s, early 2000s. In Pokemon, you get these you get these animals, right? And you got
to catch them all.
You catch them, right? And then you profit off of them fighting each other. And then over the course of the game, you defeat all of the other people in the land, and then you are the Pokemon master. You can wrap your head around that.
It's like cockfights for pussies.
No, I mean, that's funny. Well said. That's good. It kind of is. It definitely teaches you at a young age. I learned how to read and how to make money off of animals fighting each other to the death. It
is a good lesson. Yeah, it's a very good lesson.
Instilled a lot of good values in it.
Yeah.
Instilled a lot of good values in it. Yeah. And then Yu-Gi-Oh is, I don't really know. I mean, it's a card game, right? But so you're like playing a card game and there's a point to the card game. You're defeating an opponent. Is the point of it.
I mean, that sounds cool.
Have monsters on them or something. And then they duke it out, but it's also just cards, right? It's not as cool as a Pokemon game where you can get these animations and shit. I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh as much as Pokemon, but my point is the guy. I got a bunch of sick cards from this guy at the kiosk at the Greendale Mall, right?
The Beanie Baby guy.
Yeah, so there are these really rare cards, right? Like we're talking like the 5 pieces of Exodia, okay?
Ooh.
Which is it was like this.
I can just tell those are legit.
Oh, dude, they were fake as hell. But none of my idiot friends knew the wiser, and I was like, oh, is this a limited set? That's why it looks off color. Like it doesn't.
That's why it's in crayon.
Yeah, that's why it's in crayon. It looked legit enough, but I never played no tournaments.
It's the artist's original renderings. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was the first version. They've now popularized it with the version you see today, but
which I do watch.
Which I do. Yeah.
Is it a show? Yeah. Did you ever play Magic: The Gathering?
No, I didn't. I just stuck to heroin. And I thought
I went to grammar school with this kid, and I went to a really small grammar school, so there was only 20 kids in the class, so we knew each other really well. And I lost track of them after grammar school. After 6th grade, we went our separate ways. Went again in college, and I saw the kid, and I was like, oh, that's this kid that I know, clearly know, and have known him since we're little kids. And he had a briefcase and a leather trench coat, and he came walking through the student center. And I was being nice. I was sitting at a table with some people, and I was this was the single most odd interaction I've ever had in my life. Right, haven't seen the kid in 15 years. Right,
sure.
And he comes walking by, and I go "Hey man, how you been?" And he looked at me and he said, "Who are you?" And I was like, Whoa, it's Tommy Dwyer, man. We went to grammar school together. And he's like, oh, yeah. And I go, what have you been up to? And he just goes, Magic. And he ran away. And I was like, does he mean fucking the game, the card game? Or does he mean he's a magician now? The outfit could have been either. He had the briefcase. So that, I don't know where I had never seen him again. That's the biggest mystery, unsolved mystery in my life. So if you're listening and you are him, I'd love to know what you meant by that. The game, the occupation. We do a lot of stuff with magicians and comedy. We do a lot of get a show together. Yeah, we get a show together. I don't know what he's been up to, but
I got into comedy as a magician.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
You probably should have stuck with magic.
Well, if this kid was talking about Magic: The Gathering, I can say I've seen Magic take a few good people. Seriously,
Yeah.
it's
And I've seen Magic the Craft take a few good people as well.
Magic the Craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
Magic.
like those Harry Potter movies were all about that. That's
Oh
some
yeah.
real, that's the real documentary there.
Yeah, I've never seen those. I would love to know what happened to that guy, and the Beanie Baby, and I'd love to know what happened to both those guys. Like if we could, it would be a great night for me if I figured out what happened to one of those two guys.
Sure, let's put out the
APB. Put out like a bulletin.
Yeah, the APB. It's like just call into the police, just like hammer.
Give us a call.
There was a guy. There was a guy at the Greendale Mall maybe a decade ago.
Yeah. He sold.
Where is he?
If you called anyone in Worcester, they would know. They would be like, that guy. I also don't know where he is. They would say.
Yeah, that was Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, I also don't know who he is. I bet he does have some side hustle as like the Easter Bunny, or like you got to do something. He has to be doing. I don't think that has like a good 401k plan. So like he's still kicking around somewhere probably.
Nah, he probably made like 7 figures under the table doing that. Over the years.
In the Beanie Baby heyday, I'm not kidding. He was rolling in like blowing lines off of fucking models' ass cheeks and stuff, and then the mighty fell very fast.
Yeah, that sucks, man. To be working at Beanie Babies and watching it all go up and down, and being part of a fad, right? Being part of a fad has got to, because like, oh man, like some people don't realize that it's a fad and they think it's going to last forever. You know what I mean?
You're riding that dragon, man.
Yeah, you're riding that dragon. It's going to come crashing
Babies. Down. Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, like KB Toys.
They didn't last forever. Yeah, I would have thought that would have been a forever item.
Oh no, for sure. I mean, they're a good storage of value. People don't like to give it enough credit for that.
It is, and it's a good toy for kids too. A toy filled with little chockable beans does. Yeah,
it really
sense.
Really is. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
Little toxic beans.
Yeah. All right. It's been a little bit since Mike and I, he's the other co-host who's not actually dead.
That was a good prank. You got me.
No, right? Yeah, because like
I thought he was.
You didn't know either way, but
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah. So I assumed.
It's like I killed him. I killed Mike, and now it's a solo podcast.
I would love to know that Mike is out looking for those two people that we're trying to find. Like that's where Mike is right now. He's at the Greendale. He's at the site of the Greendale Mall, just bobbing around.
He's just. He lives in Colorado, so it's even funnier. He's like, we're taking a turn on this show. We're no longer, I think, going to be considered a self-help podcast. We are going to be investigative journalists.
I wish you had told me earlier. Yeah, I kind of maybe spurred that change.
Yeah, no,
I have a lot of self-help. I have a lot of self-help. I mean, look at me. I'm great.
Let's put some knowledge. Drop some knowledge. Give us some.
Today is the day.
This is the clip right here. This is a clip.
Yeah.
All right. Today's the day. That's it. Is that all?
That's it. That's all I got. Today's the day, man.
You're a man that says a lot with very little, it seems.
Which if you say too much, people will stop listening.
Wow, fuck. That's another one. That's another. This is good. Just keep doing this, dude.
Today is the day is all you need. Yeah. What else is there to say? Right?
What else is there?
You wake up and you're like, wow, today is the day. Is the day. It's
this is the self-help moment of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Self-help moment of the week. This is good. So this is why we are thinking of walking away from this, because it just is. It's pretty. Neither one of us. I mean, Mike's doing really well for himself. Actually, that's why he's not here. But and
you got the shack. You got this wooden shack, which looks nice with the heat lamp.
Yeah, I think my neighbors are waking up too, which is a problem.
Yeah. This is like what Anne Frank's podcast would be like if they had podcasts back then.
She's my biggest inspiration.
Our biggest inspiration.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if power is the term I would use to describe Anne Frank, but like also not the word I wouldn't use. She was strong, right?
I agree.
but
No.
it just didn't. It seemed not that I would be opposed to reading it. I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems
Right?
like it'd be
I
like a
kind of
sad book. Yeah.
no. I was like, yeah. Oh, it's a girl's diary and that happened to her during the
Yeah.
Holocaust. And
Yeah.
wow, why are you making us read this?
Yeah.
Music
I
teacher?
get. Yeah. Yeah.
Aren't you a music teacher? What's going on here? I
Yeah.
don't.
What's up with the music portion of this?
Yes. Oh man, what's your favorite musical, Tom?
There actually is an Anne Frank musical.
Is there really?
Yeah, there actually is. We had to go see it at school, but it's not my favorite musical. But I did see it, which is a
what's
funny
the point?
thing. It's a funny thing to turn into a
with
musical. Yeah, it's a funny thing to turn into a musical. Like, how about the saddest book ever? You know what it needs? Some songs.
Yeah, we gotta lighten the Holocaust up a little bit here, and
let's do a jazz number. Like, let's do some jazz. No, I think.
What is it? Anne Frank Live? That'd be in a bad taste. That'd be a bad name.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't remember. I was in like second or third. I was with the Magic Kid. We saw that together.
Wow, and he's shooting at magic now.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's wild. I mean, an Anne Frank musical.
Yeah, there is. It's called Anne Frank the Musical.
Yeah, that's probably the safest thing to do to call it. Maybe it's like Annie. Maybe they just they repurpose a bunch of numbers from Annie. It's a hard knock, but it's in the Holocaust. Thanks for setting me up there. That was good. All right, let's look at. I like to write down headlines, what in between episodes to bring up for things that are interesting to me. Okay. I don't want to talk about that one.
This is the part where no one talks, which is good for a radio podcast.
Keep them listening. Keep talking over there. Just talk about anything.
I mean, how many fucking headlines did you write down?
No, I just some of these I'm reading them over and I'm like, where's this is just a YouTube link. When I hit the link, I'm pulling up the link. Turn the volume down. What is it a video of? Hold on. Okay, Dr. Dre was ordered to pay his ex-wife $3.5 million a year. Document reveals $260 million spent in 3 years. Now, my question to you, Tommy, is how much money would you pay to be married to Dr. Dre?
Oh, I mean, well, how much money would I pay him to marry me?
Yeah.
A lot.
Realistically.
Yeah, I love Dr. number. Dre. I don't have enough money to give him. I'm inconsequential.
You got to pay something, but what are you spending in the ring?
Oh man, I mean, a ring for Dr. Dre, I would probably have to sell my goddamn house to get him a ring. My question is, why did they get divorced? What was the divorce over? Do you know?
Dr. Dre and his wife.
Yeah, what was the divorce over? Because I feel like if I was a judge, and they came to me with a divorce settlement case, and the wife was like, "Oh, he wasn't faithful," and I was a judge, I'd be like, "Yeah, he's fucking Dr. Dre, you idiot!" I don't have much sympathy in those cases. If I was the judge, I don't have much sympathy in that case. It's like, what did you think? It's Dr. fucking Dre. Of course.
I can't send him to jail. He's a doctor. He has more authority than me. It's not.
I love Dre. Though. Dre's
not like people go to jail over divorce cases, but
old school West Coast guy. Yeah.
Really? Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
I also love old school West Coast. Who's your favorite? Who's your
Tupac.
favorite? Tupac? Really?
Yeah, Tupac, hands down.
Really?
Oh yeah, I've been a Tupac guy for a long time. Yeah.
Tupac's great. Don't get me wrong. I love everything I've heard. I think it's a bummer he died so young. He had a lot of potential, but everyone, that's been said before, right? Who doesn't think that? Who doesn't? I
think that might be the clip.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
He died too soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like? Have you liked other rappers since Tupac?
Yeah, I mean, newer rappers then?
Yeah, give us some newer rappers. Give us some.
I like Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne's great.
I'm a Wheezy guy.
Little Wheezy. Sure. Mr.
Migos,
Weezy.
Migos. They call them Migos.
Migos, yeah,
I like them.
They're good. I saw them live once.
Did you?
Yeah, I was at a music festival and I was really drunk, and I think I had a good time.
Yeah.
I think I saw them, and then immediately after I saw Weezer, and it was a wild afternoon, dude.
Yeah.
Like, actually, no, I think I had to choose between Migos and Weezer. And I think
you went Weezer.
I did half and half because I wanted to see Weezer. I wanted to see. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I played both fields. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the Migos, they were great. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them a good deal. I had a lot of fun at those concerts. They were exceptional. Boston Calling 2019, I think.
Yeah, I went to the first Boston Calling. I was an original Boston Calling guy.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Damn, they had some good ass lineups, man, over the years. They really did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I can't remember the one I saw, but they were good.
They haven't let me do the part of the comedy tent there yet, but
that has to be. They might check your spam folder. I'm sure they asked.
Yeah, I'm gonna check my spam folder for the other years too, just in case. I don't know.
I'm sure they've asked previously. Which is...
Dude, one time I won a pair of tickets from a radio show to Boston Calling. Wow. After I had already purchased tickets for that year, because what did I? No. I won a pair of tickets. I sold some raffled tickets because I think I had like.
The story is getting so misconstrued.
Yeah, I wouldn't have sold them if I didn't win them. But I don't want people to be like, oh my God, this piece of shit already had tickets and you just went and did a raffle. But that's kind of what I did. I gave one of the raffles to my father because Tool was there, and then I made like $500 on the weekend. It was sick.
There you go.
Yeah. It was a pretty clutch move as a freshman in college, and I think all I had to do was just call into a radio thing, like a show like this, but like on
but like a one that people listen to.
Yeah, well, they're forced to listen to it, and it's down their fucking throat. It's on their fucking car. They can't even drive around and not hear voices. That's upsetting to me. That's upsetting. That should be a choice, not a force on you. What's up, Tom?
My ears, my choice.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
I won tickets one time from the Phantom Gourmet for a Salt and Pepper concert.
Wow!
Because they said. We'll give out one free pair of tickets to whoever comes up with the best promotion for our Salt and Pepper barbecue festival. And I bombarded them with so many stupid ideas that one of the brothers reached out to me directly. One of the main brothers that runs the Phantom Gourmet.
Please stop.
He said, Tom, I will send you 2 free tickets if you stop sending stupid ideas into this chat. And I said, deal. And he's like, what's your address? And he sent the tickets to me.
Oh my God. That's great, dude. That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell. How was the concert?
Fantastic. Yeah.
I can only imagine. Yeah. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
And for it to be free.
Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. He's like, if you stop, I will give you 2 free tickets. I was like, deal.
That's hysterical.
That was hysterical. A win. Yeah. That was a win for me.
That's a huge fucking win.
Yeah.
It's a huge fucking win.
Yeah.
Tommy, I want to talk to you about acting.
Oh yeah.
But by
this point, nobody's listening anymore. But yeah, we can.
No. We have very good We have very good.
Everybody will listen the whole time.
Yeah, there's this bit we do at the end of every episode, right? And we're not doing that yet, but there's also another running bit that I do.
Oh wow, a couple running bits. And people look forward to those.
No. So here's the juice. Here's the tea. I'm spilling it.
Yeah, spill the tea.
Yeah. So it's there's an ending bit which I'm not going to spoil, but the bit we do right before the last bit is we see if people know what the final bit is.
Oh, the penultimate bit.
Yeah, it's the penultimate bit.
Yeah.
And it measures if anyone that we ever have on the show has listened to a full episode of the show before.
Yeah, I haven't even listened to a part of an episode. So
yeah. No, and so far no one has. So it's no. So we've done it like 15, 20 times, and it's never. Yeah. So it's kind of funny, pretty sad too. It's pretty sad, but it's really funny. So when we get there, I'm gonna be like, Tommy, this is that moment I'm telling you about. But right now we're talking about acting.
Right now,
Tommy,
we're laser focused on acting.
tell me about acting. What do you like about it? What drew you to it? What do you enjoy about it? Give me a good memory.
Yeah, I've always liked acting. I wanted to be a serious actor more than doing comedy.
And then you're like, comedy's way better in every way.
And I was like, I was like, I am just so fucking funny that it's impossible not to do comedy. Yeah, but it's what the people want. The people want comedy from me. What I want is to be serious, but you got to give the people what they need. And
you really do.
Yeah, I went to New York City, spent like 2 summers down there, trying to do the acting thing, and was able to join the Screen Actors Guild back in like 2006, I think.
Wow.
Done some Reagan movies and stuff. Yeah, done some movies and TV, but I don't know. I just always liked it. It's a really good form of self-expression for me. Similar to stand-up comedy, right? It gets the creative juices flowing, and it's pretty cool to take something that's on a page and kind of step into it and bring it to life and like put your own spin on it. And that's what I've always liked about it. Just recently, actually, I started taking acting classes again. So trying to get back into it a little more seriously this go around, because I was a little too young last time. I feel like I didn't put as much effort into it as I should have. And now I'm trying to go back at it more full steam.
No, that sounds exciting. I didn't know you were doing the classes again. I'm happy for you, because I don't know, that's cool to me. That's something I've always like I really like comedy a hell of a lot, and I see myself doing comedy primarily. But like, if I could just get a paycheck every week and just never think about it again and work on a sitcom for like 10 years and just make generational wealth off of that, I would do it. Would you,
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I definitely would. I mean, I like writing too. Like I've always liked writing, but like, for me, I think there's like a decent bit of me, and, I can't speak for every comic, but, a lot of comics I meet that like, we're kind of serious people too. And like, everyone just expects us to be funny 24/7, but like, I like to do serious stuff and be taken seriously. And that's why, but yeah.
No, that's cool. I got into comedy through like trying to write scripts and stuff. Yeah. And like I was like, oh, what if I tried doing stand-up? Because I always liked making people laugh and stuff. And the things I was writing was like a lot more serious and like that, not really funny. Like there were probably funny moments to them, but I don't know. So then when I started doing stand-up, I felt like I was like, oh, this is like immediate gratification for your writing.
Yeah, which is nice too, right? Yeah. And I always say that, like, and again, I'm no authority on anything, but like when people ask me about like, oh, I want to get into comedy or I want to start doing comedy, I always ask them like, are you writing anything? Like, what do you write? Because like I was the same as you. I had friggin' 10 notebooks full of shit before I even ever like stepped on stage, because I was always writing everything, whether it was a joke or a poem or like a script idea or a short story. Like I love writing, dude. Like I have drawers full of notebooks full of my writing literally right here. And like, to me, that's always my first thing is like, do you write? Like, regardless of what it is you're writing, like, it's not like you don't have to be like writing jokes, but like, if you don't write at all, that's hard. To me, that's a hard transition to jump into stand-up comedy, right? Like, so that's always the first thing I ask. But like, it's the same thing for me, it's the same thing with acting. Like I got into acting because I love writing and I love creating. And I was like, writing stuff and making characters. And I'm like, this would be cool to play this character too. And that's how I started, wanting to get into acting. And I find it fulfilling in different ways, like you said. But like a lot of the shit that I used to write, like pre-comedy, like I'm kind of like a dark like we both have obviously kind of like a dark sense of humor, but like I have a very serious kind of like dark side that I like to explore that stuff too. And I think a lot of comics are the same way. Like we have a very serious side to us, and we use comedy for different things. But like I'm the type of dude that, and I know we were kind of like riffing on that earlier, but like I'm the type of dude that like makes fun of shit sometimes. If if I don't understand it, or B, if I'm scared in a situation, like everyone turns to me always, and like I just make a joke and then like, hey, okay, we're good. Like the fucking plane's crashing. I'm like, well, that sucks. And like, we all just like laugh. But like, I usually use comedy a lot of times in like moments of being afraid or moments of not knowing what else to say. You kind of just throw the joke out there. But yeah, anyway, I digress. But yeah, writing is kind of what got me everywhere. That I've been writing my whole life, you know.
No, that's cool. I'm glad to have a shared experience there on that, because I found like when I first started, like something that like was pointed out to me from other comics was like, oh, you've like you think of stuff in a written way, like more than like, and it took me a long time to understand what they meant by that, but like I think like that was just came from the foundation of like writing serious stuff, like I said, like understanding setup, and a lot of skills translated in an unanticipated way. But that's always something I do want to go back to and explore. Like I wrote like a pilot in college, and I don't think I would like really, like, I think at the time it was good, but like now I'm just such a different person that I don't even like.
I'm the same way with everything too, right? Like my cousins and I, we made like funny rap songs for like years and years. And like we never released any of them. I'm the same way. I'm very critical of like even my comedy stuff or stand up, and like I'm very critical of anything I write. And like I almost like write something and I'm like, well, that sucks, and I put it to the side and I start something else. I'm like, well, that sucks now, and I start something else. So I totally get what you're saying. Like I have so many projects, so many different things that like I've done, and then like right at the moment of like finishing them, I'm like look back and I'm like, oh man, I don't like this anymore. Like I've grown since I started writing this, you know. And Orlando and I have been working on a pilot for years now, and we kind of do the same thing, right? We like get through an iteration of it, and then we look back and we're like, shit, like we've learned so much and grown so much. So like we've just been rewriting the same thing for probably 5 years now. Like we get to a point and then we're like, we're going to rewrite the whole thing, and we get like this whole new life out of it. And the characters become more rounded, and it does get better and better and better. But it is very much that cycle of like, this was great, but now we know this much more about it, and now we're this much more developed as writers and as comics. Let's go back and do that. You know, so it is, it's definitely like a cyclical, hobby to have.
Well, they say that like most like pilots worth a damn like do go through multiple iterations and stuff like that, and then you sell it to a studio and it gets axed to hell anyway. So
it's just completely different. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, the characters have different names. They're all like different, like
exactly.
But no, I mean that's cool. I'm glad. I like to hear that, because like sometimes I talk to comics and stuff like that, and they're just like, oh, I strictly just do comedy. I only want to do comedy. And I'm like, that's great and all. I love comedy. It was my first like performative love for sure. But besides faking love, you know what I mean? But I don't know. There's other things out there that like excites me and stuff like that. And like any form of these things would be interesting to me as well. But let's circle back. What's like a fond acting memory you have?
I think one of the more fun things I did, I was in Boston's theater district for like 3 years doing like an audience interactive improv show. That was super fun, and met a bunch of cool people and awesome castmates. So I think that was really fun. But like film wise, obviously like one of the most memorable things is like getting your first line in like an actual movie and getting credited in the film and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty awesome and pretty memorable. And then to have people like calling you and be like, hey, I saw you, I saw you in this movie and blah blah blah. So that was fun. And just getting to go to like I've gotten to go to a couple of premieres for like big movies and meet people. And one really cool thing is I got to bring my dad up on set one time, and he got up on set, sat in those director's chairs that they have, and met a bunch of people, and he met Mark Wahlberg, and they kind of hit it off, and like that was a pretty cool experience for me for sure. Like just not only getting to do it myself, but getting to bring my dad with me and getting to show him kind of like, hey, like, because he's always been like he's a firefighter for 32 years in Worcester, and like very like old school, like working with your hands type of guy. And like he never really understood, me wanting to be an actor or me wanting to do comedy. He still doesn't really get that it's like a potential job that you could have, but
Yeah.
for that small moment in time, he really like understood, and he was like proud. So that was cool to like not just do it myself, but bring my dad up and be like, hey, see, this is a real thing, and like you can actually do it, and it's pretty cool,
Damn, I need a moment like that with my dad, because it sounds like we have similar fathers. He's
old school Irish guy.
Yeah, old school. Exactly. Yeah, he's an electrical engineer, and he's just like, why do you do this? What's the appeal? But like, he's seen me go out, and he's seen me have good sets, and that's always cool, and stuff. But then he's also he has seen me go out. Most recently, like I think they've probably gone and seen me do comedy like 2 or 3 times probably.
I think weren't they there? I was there one time that your family was there. I don't remember if it was with Orlando or Steve, or if I was just there that night with like Dorsey and those guys.
Other family. It was the Sweeney show. Gotcha. It was the Sweeney show. Yeah. Those are my cousins. But like, gotcha. My like immediate family has seen me go out twice. The first time I did awesome. I still think to this day, I had an amazing set, did lose the competition, but who cares? I do a lot. But the second time, I think it was Christine Hurley this summer at the WUA. And I didn't have the best set that night. I'll be real. The mic kind of cut out in the middle of my set is what I like to say. Yeah. And no, there was technically a technical malfunction that I then had to sort out after the fact. That was definitely problematic, but it was just like, this is shitty. This is like one of the few times my family has come out or whatever, but it's okay. It's better if they don't hear what I say anyway. So like, to be honest with you, I just think in general in comedy, if people can't really hear you up there, like, I think that makes for great comedy a lot of the time. It's like the key is to speak underneath the microphone so you don't even get picked up, and then just move from side to side on the stage.
It's all about the act outs. It's all about the act outs, like how if you can physically act the joke out, that's really what matters. Like the words don't mean anything.
No, it's all
the act out.
You have it figured out.
I've been doing it a while.
You have it figured out. You really do.
Took a while for me to get it, but I was looking at all the guys that are really good, and I was like, it's all the pantomime and act out that they do.
Yeah, I don't use my hands enough. That's what it is. I don't use my fucking hands enough.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what any like good comedian I've ever met, they just like the only thing holding you back is your hands. You don't use them enough. And
you don't use your hands enough. You don't walk around enough. And, you don't throw it to the audience enough. You can always throw it to the audience.
Have them do the show for you if you can.
You know what works? You know what works really well, actually. And this is a pro tip. I'll give it to you live on this. And,
this is good.
If you're struggling, right?
Mm-hmm.
What a real pro does is they turn to the audience and say, "So, what do you guys want to talk about?" Like that's from an old savvy vet. That's what you do.
That's good. What do you guys want to talk about?
What do you guys want to talk about? Yeah. And then you just start riffing on whatever topic they give you. Yeah.
I'm doing that's
a
weekend.
Good move. Yeah.
I'm doing that this weekend.
Do it right off the bat. Just be like, hey, Liam Mark. So what do you guys want to talk about? It's crazy. Yeah. You can also say that a lot. Like if you lose your spot, just go, "Oh man, that's crazy.
That's so nuts. That's so nuts.
My God." And then you should also like reiterate a lot that what you're saying up on stage is let them know it's a true story. So just keep going. Like, by the way, this is a true story.
I can't tell a lie. I can't tell a lie. Yeah,
it's a true story.
It's crazy. This is at the end of the story. You're gonna be saying this is crazy. I'm saying it throughout.
Oh my God, this is crazy. And then if you don't get the laugh you want, you just go like, "So what do you guys want to talk about?"
Dude, I actually did. I've been experimenting with working the crowd lately.
Oh, good. Yeah,
doing
your
some crowd work.
Bodes well for that. Yeah.
It well, see, that's what I wanted to be more loose. I wanted to be more loose up there. And to be honest with you, it's a lot of fun. Like when it goes well, it's more fun. Cause you're like, to me, like, I don't know. I love writing jokes and shit. And that's what I think is most important, like to be able to do as a comic. But like, it was a lot more fun than I gave it credit for. It took me a long time to get comfortable enough to even try, but like, fuck, I was doing it like a few weeks ago, and I was like, I don't want to do any of the like cliche shit. And then like I asked the person like 2 questions, and then like I caught myself asking, like, so what do you do for work?
Nailed
and
it.
I literally, I was like, oh god damn it, I didn't want to do all the fucking but it did bring out something funny, and I was like, shit, it's why it's a known thing. It does work.
Well. Yeah.
You doing any shows this weekend?
No.
Not for I lucked out. Doing a weed farm this weekend.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'll be good. Where's that at?
It's in Boylston. I think it's in Boylston.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. That'll be exciting. Comedy is good. It feeds the soul.
Wait, so you're not at Woo-Ha-Ha this weekend, or are you?
I am. I'm there on Friday, and then on Saturday I'm at this.
Is Friday Gowaki?
Friday's Gowaki,
yeah.
I kind of wish I was doing both nights with Gowaki, but I had agreed previously to do this. So, and
he's doing both nights.
Yeah, I'll be doing both nights.
Cool.
I'll be doing both nights.
I love Brian, man. He's an awesome
man. No, he's good. I finally at the start of the summer, I was doing the door guy things over at the attic when he came through there, and it was cool. I was like, oh, this guy sort of there's that Metroid again. Yeah, this is great.
That's good. Yeah, you're gonna be killer.
I'm gonna I don't know what that is. It sounds like an air compressor. When I went downstairs last time, it was going on for like 30 seconds or so, and then it just stopped. Is it fine? Is it incredibly loud? Is it distressing you?
Passively loud.
It's passively loud. Okay.
Passively loud. Yeah.
Someone's just torturing someone with a drill.
Which is fine.
So
that's fine.
Yeah, no, the person's really keeping it together. I don't think they're going to break, bro.
It bodes well for the visual too. If you're in this log cabin in the middle of the night, so that's good. Yeah.
I'm trying to build a
add suspense. Suspense. This could be the kickoff to your investigative journalism.
Thank you. That's the kind of thing you said, and there it is. It's off. See?
Yep.
I think he must have passed out again. So
we're good.
It's gonna be another half hour or so before they go back to get more intel. So but you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, for sure. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Tommy, what do you want to talk about?
Oh God.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
All right. You don't have
You're the host.
I'm the host. That is true.
Yeah,
that is true. I just wanted to give you. I wanted to give you a chance.
I literally just made fun of doing that. And then you
no.
turned around. Yeah, but you didn't do that. You did that seriously. You ran out of shit to talk about.
No, Tommy. I most certainly did not. Tommy, what's your favorite concert you've ever been to, Tommy?
Oh man, that's tough, man. Because I worked as a stagehand for a long time, so I've seen a million concerts.
Salt and Pepper.
But out of all of them, Salt and Pepper was my favorite.
Okay.
My buddies and I one time we were on a cruise, not to brag, and we were like all laying on the beach and like wherever we were. I think we were in like Antigua or something. There's like 10 of us. We were in college, and we were like,
sure,
just sitting there like having beach talk. You know what I mean? And like, one of my buddies was like, hey, what was the first like CD or like tape you guys ever got? Like, what was the first like tape you had as a kid, right, or CD?
Sure.
And we were going through, and I said mine was either like you probably don't know them, but they were called Butthole Surfers. People know, I do know them. That are mine. Yeah, it was like it was either Butthole Surfers or Tupac's Greatest Hits. Like I got them around the same time, and I don't remember. Yeah, but great parenting, right? I was like fucking 10. Yeah, I don't know.
My story's the same, so.
I was like either Tupac's Greatest Hits or Butthole Surfers. And then like everybody was kind of similar. Like one guy was like Metallica. Like we all went. But one of my buddies just like stayed quiet. Like you didn't hear the question. We're like, dude, like, what's up? And he's like, well, what do you mean? And we're like, well, what was your first like CD? He's like, I'd rather not say. And we're like, well, why? Like, you got to say now. And he's like, No, I like would rather not say. We're like, dude, just say what it is. Like, who gives a fuck? We're just chilling on the beach. And his was TLC's Waterfalls, the single. I was like, that is a
single.
Wild. Yeah, his first CD was the TLC's Waterfalls single.
He played it until all the this disc had just fallen asleep. It was just falling apart. Yeah. Oh my god, because I liked CDs personally. I liked physical media. I still like vinyl records, even though I know it's really impractical. But sometimes I like to burn $40 on an album I can get streamed for free. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. No, I get
it. Yeah. So, my two, like, I'm like you. I don't know. First of all, the name Butthole Surfers, right? Was that like problematic at the time? What was that like? What was that like?
No, I mean, I remember that. I can vividly remember the cover art too, and it was like a dude jamming a pencil into his ear. So like maybe they were going for controversy, right?
Yeah.
They were butthole surfing. Like, I just appreciate it. They were honest with like what they like to do with their spare time.
That's very.
And you know what I like too is they were specific. Like, to me, the art of comedy or the art of writing is being specific, right? Like, they could have been the butt surfers, but they went specific. They were the butthole. Yeah, they were the butthole surfers, which I appreciate that. So
No, me too. It's authentic. It's raw.
Yeah. I hope it's not raw. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's what it's got to be at the time, you know.
Speaking of raw, are you a wrestling fan?
I'm actually not. I'm not a wrestling fan.
That's too bad.
Are you a wrestling fan, Tommy?
Oh yeah, big wrestling fan.
Talk about wrestling. We'll go into my CDs in a sec. Talk about wrestling. I keep sliding in this chair. That's why I adjust.
Okay, yeah. You're in a really weird look. You have a weird situation going on. No, I mean,
I'm seated in a it's the type of position they force prisoners to be in, because I find that it makes me think harder on the concentrate,
which
I think
is
what people call it. They think harder.
Yeah, and I noticed too, like every 5 or so minutes, a drop of water hits you in the head too. So you're doing like the little water torture thing.
It's the thing is, if you always have water dripping on your head, it will never drive you crazy.
It's almost like you never have water dripping on your head.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Brilliant man, Tommy. Brilliantly said.
Exactly. No, I mean, there's not much to talk to you about wrestling if you don't like wrestling. So it's like,
sell me on what's the appeal? I know a bunch of the what's the appeal?
A bunch of the boys like it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was gonna say something dark that I know about wrestling, and
don't say dark stuff.
I didn't. That's
not
why
about
I didn't.
Wrestling. Yeah.
No, there's no such thing.
Yeah, no. I've always liked wrestling as a kid. I was obsessed. I mean, my dog's name is Hulk Hogan. I was obsessed with wrestling, but
I thought he was named after your dog.
He was, he was. It really, it's a chicken and egg thing. Like, nobody really knows what the true answer is.
Okay.
But no, I loved wrestling since I was a little kid, and then as I get older, I realized like the great humor in wrestling, and I think that wrestling now, I watch it because I find it hysterically funny, and like to me, there's no funnier job than being a wrestling bad guy, because you just go to like I think it'd be the best job in the world. You just go to whatever city you're in and you completely disparage everyone in the audience and you get paid to do it. Like, you just walk out and say the most demeaning, awful things to people, and they like throw shit at you. And like, the better you are at getting people to hate you, the more love you get as like a wrestler. And like, so I couldn't think of a better job for me. I would love that. I worked on a documentary for a while trying to like explore that. It got kind of sidetracked, but we'll maybe get back into that someday.
You could you should lean into that in the comedy. You should make that your thing every time you go into
just destroy people.
Yeah. Dude, one time I saw some guy, and this is like funny because I guess this is kind of a cliche type of crowd work, but you ever see someone go up there and just like really make someone feel like shit, like in the audience? Like unnecessarily. Like, dude, I remember at an open mic, a guy just like fucking ripped into this guy in front of his family, and it was so uncomfortable, but everyone was laughing. And I was like, dude, this is just like bullying. Like, this fucking guy.
You're like a bully with a microphone.
Yeah, this guy who brought his family was never coming back to support this ever. Like,
Doing
I
that
don't
in an
know.
open mic is a wild man move. Like in a
Yeah,
comedy
it
show,
really
it's like
is.
it's still tough to destroy somebody, but like
Unnecessary, unprovoked. Like
yeah,
just like
like
just
I've
yeah,
destroyed people.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
destroyed people, but it's always if they're having a conversation with me. Like I don't just
Yeah.
like random. I had one kid back in the old woo ha ha, like when we used to do the
Oh,
inside shows,
yeah, yeah.
the golden era. And
Oh
I
yeah.
had some kid. I brought a kid up on stage with me one time. And we had like a best nipple contest in front of the crowd. He was like this like nerdy, quiet kid. And
Sure.
he messaged me out. He found me on Facebook and messaged me. He's like, "That was the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. Like, thank you so
Oh,
much." Like, but yeah, that was funny. And yeah, so I've had a nipple off on stage. I made him take his shirt off and show the crowd his nipples.
that's incredible
Yeah,
that
that was
you
funny.
that's
There's video of
hysterical
it out there
actually.
somewhere. Someone had it on video. Yeah,
Good. That's something that needs
yeah,
to be immortalized somewhere. That
I
should be in
agree.
the Library of maybe it's in the Library of Congress. That's where
And
it should be. It's
probably
where it
that's probably
belongs.
where it is. It's probably where it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, okay. So my two favorite CDs, or my two first
yeah,
CDs. Okay, this is what we do. I do segues here.
yeah. I like that. Just
I'm
like
a
on
big segue
stage,
guy.
very
Just like yeah,
very smooth segues.
yeah, a lot of non sequiturs and stuff. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
anyway, this I think it was either Enema of the State. No, the self-titled Blink 182 album. I think it was a Blink 182 album for sure.
Yeah, you're teenage angsty. You're angsty.
Oh, dude, I'll still listen to Blink 182.
Did you have a lip ring? Did you have a
no
lip ring?
problem. No, I couldn't. Like, I was really tall, lanky, and stuff, and it was just that's too much of
Those aren't the lip ring guys. Like that's what I picture.
No, but like it was too. Like I didn't have any talent, so like I just looked like I was just like a drain.
You said didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm very talented. I have multiple talents now, and like I'm a Renaissance man. If you don't know, I like, and back then I was just bad at basketball.
Yeah, you were tall, so you get thrown on the team.
Yeah. It wasn't.
You know someone sucks at basketball when you say, "Hey, do you play basketball?" And they go, I'm not that good, but I'm really good on defense.
I'm tight on defense, though, Tommy. Like a lot of people talk shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good on defense in particular in the leagues I played in when I was at the time a foot taller than everybody.
Yeah.
And it just like it was not hard to do that. Yeah. But whenever I would get the ball, I would like probably get fouled out or whatever. I never got
the guy that's good at defense in basketball is equivalent to that guy in your group of buddies when you're like 10 that you're all riding bikes and he has a scooter.
Oh, fuck like, that guy.
That's the defense.
I see
guy.
what
That's
you're saying. I just said that. Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I said fuck you, fuck that guy, but it was myself. You got me. Yeah. Well done. Well done.
I'm the scooter
well
guy.
Done.
Yeah.
You're a scooter guy?
No,
yeah, one time
I'm saying there's always a scooter guy.
There was this kid in my neighborhood, right? So everyone had scooters for like a minute there in my neighborhood. I grew up in a suburban white America. It was
I could tell when you said everyone had scooters. Yeah.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
But dude, like it was weird. This one like summer, everyone's scooter was going missing, bro. Like, and people would be like, "Oh, I must have left it at, Brian's house or something." You know what I mean? I must have just left it at buddy's house. But then you'd go over to Brian's house and there'd be no scooter there. And it was weird, dude. Like I lost my scooter, but I was like, it's okay. I kept hitting my fucking ankle on it all the time, and it hurt like so fucking much. But so I don't know. I wasn't that committed to it. I only got one because other people had one.
Yeah.
Same reason as to why I've ever bought anything ever. But yeah. Long story short, we're playing this game called Manhunt. You ever play Manhunt?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's bunch of people, they go out, they run off into the dark of night, and they try and be chased by a guy who has a weapon. There was no weapon. There's no weapon. It's pretty much just a game of high. It's a glorified.
I was like, oh shit, we played that differently.
Yeah. No, you just would shoot live rounds at you.
Yeah,
a BB gun, like a BB gun, like. But no. So once I'm hiding in these bushes out in behind this kid's house who shall remain nameless. But I look, one of the garage doors is open, and I see like one of my buddy's scooters in the garage, like hanging out of it.
Oh, motherfucker!
And I'm like, what the fuck? I go in there, dude, and on the side of the garage that's not open, there's probably 30 scooters. All the neighborhood's kids' scooters are in this one kid's garage. And he was a master thief. It was organized like a serial killer to have them. Yeah. We had to blow that kid's whole spot up, and it got pretty.
That's the start of your investigative journalism career.
That's exactly where it started. It started there.
If you can solve that.
Yeah.
I mean,
people thought I was like a Sherlock Holmes and shit. And I was like, I used my reasoning skills. This kid who didn't talk to many other people and was a really isolated type. He was the one, because everyone else was friends with other people and fuck them over like that. But that kid, he's not doing well. So I didn't say his name. You don't want to bring attention to stuff like that.
No, but I'm trying to remain nameless in every story here.
That's So the other album that I might have bought was Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP 1.
Oh yeah, what a great album that was.
Which I was way too fucking young to have heard that album. Yeah. I still might be too young to hear that album. Like,
you look too young. Yeah.
It's violent. It's a violent.
I had an argument with based on comedy, actually. This was from comedy. So my parents came to a show one time. They were like, "Oh, you make it sound like we were like so poor and like we had nothing." They're like, "You make it sound like, you grew up in Eminem's house or something, like Eminem's neighborhood." And then so I Googled the house I grew up in Eminem's house, and found out that Eminem's house was actually 200 square feet bigger than the house that I grew up in. And I told my parents that. They were so pissed at me. Like, "Oh yeah, it was a better neighborhood." It's like, you're funny you're saying that, because Eminem's house was actually slightly larger. Than our house. Than the house I grew up in. Yeah.
You could have been an American sensation if you had just committed fully to those comedy. No, I'm not implying that you're not. I don't mean to.
If you remember,
today is the day you're going to start your rap career.
I told you I've been rapping for a long time. I can rap.
Well, actually, talk about that for a sec. You like to write bars?
I've written bars for as long as I can write.
Dude, it sucks. The other guy is not here. He's a rapper. So.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That would have been great. That would have been great.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I made music for a long time. I started rapping in high school. Did it I thought I was like serious then. I thought I was serious. Then I realized that I was like probably more on like the lines of like a funny rapper. So I started doing funny stuff like soon after that. But yeah, my rap name was Felon Keller. I had like some good shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good ass name. That's some funny shit. That's wow. And you were like more of a funny type rapper. Those are fun. Funny MCs are good. Mike would have so many good questions, and there's in another universe, there's a conversation happening.
There will be a conversation to be had. Yeah.
Yeah, that absolutely. I concur. I 100% second solidify writing that down. But I'm a rapper. I ever tell you that?
No.
I'm very good. It's all.
I can tell because you just have the swag.
The swagger of a rapper. That's what people say to me. They're like, "Liam, why aren't you in more hip hop music videos?"
Yeah, and like you're very rhythmic. I can tell you have great rhythm.
Yeah. It's thank you. You could tell it comes off my comedy. They say there's like a beat and a rhythm to the words I'm saying. Yeah. That's how people describe me, and I'm very melodic. I'm very melodic as well.
Yes, you are. You are melodic. Yeah.
When I'm doing like stand up
to a point of like almost lulling people to sleep. Yeah.
No, that's special though. It's like I'm
gonna actually start listening to your podcast before bed.
That's actually people have said that to me. That the voice is very. I mean, but it's melodic. And people like when I'm doing stand up, people sometimes ask like, "Hey, it was really cool. You were singing during your set," and like, "No, I was talking." So.
No, I was just talking. Yeah.
I was just talking, but they were like, "Are you sure?" And it's actually, to them, it was singing.
It's actually, I can see that, and I remember slightly like seeing sometimes like when you were talking, like I could hear people just being like, ooh, like kind of like humming to it. And I was like, what the fuck? And they were kind of like humming along to your jokes. Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah, no.
It's amazing actually talking to you. I don't think I've ever talked to you this long in my entire life. But progressively, and I'm enjoying the conversation, but the more I talk to you and the more I listen to you, the more tired I get. It's almost as if it's like 3 a.m. at this point. Like that's how
I mean, how long have we been? We've been going for about we've been doing like, we started just after 8, right?
Yeah.
So we are getting up there. If you we could probably not that I'm enjoying the conversation a great deal.
As am I. Learning a lot about it. I'm just telling you that, like, if we do this, a little bit long, I will be asleep,
you will pass out,
which is fine. It has nothing to do with the actual time. It's just you. It's you.
No, it's me. It's me. That's better. That is definitely way better. All right, let me ask you one more question before we can wrap it up.
Is this the penultimate?
This is the penultimate. No. See, let's not even go down that road because I don't want to get lost in the continuity.
Yeah,
and we could, and because if someone's just listening, right, and just going through this, I don't want to like trip them up and be like, no. I mean, they are 100,000 listeners on Stitcher. No one can see those numbers, but the plane behind you.
Oh yeah,
underneath the fire alarm. I would be remiss not to ask about it because I know that in the image that is just dark enough to where I can't make out what it is in the left above Hulk Hogan.
Oh, left above Hulk Hogan is that was like one of the first shows, like one of the first paid shows I did. It was like me, Alan Fitzgerald, Brian Bowden.
Oh, dude. That's awesome. Alan is
in North Attleboro, I think that show was. Who else was on that? It was me, Bowden, Alan Fitzgerald, Sam Ike, Jay Burns, and R.A. Bartlett. That's a pretty dope lineup right there.
That's the fucking tight lineup, man. Yeah. Oh, dude, I've worked with Alan a few times. He's one of those comics that Alan, like, man. Yeah, he kills me, man. He fucking kills me.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw him. Like, I remember that. And I just remember being like, holy shit.
Yeah. Like, I like Alan so much that I think he gets weirded out by me and doesn't know if I'm like being sarcastic, but I'm not. Like, I actually like him that much. Like, so like, I'm like, dude, like I fucking, I think I like come off too strong, but I actually like Alan that much. Yeah. He's fucking hilarious.
I feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. He's fucking
hard.
Great.
It's hard for me and probably you too. Cause I'm like, sarcastic 90% of the time. So like when I'm not, I have to like overly not be sarcastic. But yeah, I think he's fucking hysterical. He's one of my favorites. Yeah.
No doubt. I just at the start of last time I saw him, I think it was the Capo. Capo in Boston.
Yeah, Capo.
Show. Yeah,
Will Noonan.
Yeah. He was on that, and it was so fucking funny because it was just he was doing Alan out there, and it was just hell yeah. I like respect the hell out of it. I think for anyone that's listening right now, 100,000 of you. Yeah, Alan Fitzgerald's a comic. Absolutely, you got to see if you ever get the chance to.
It's hilarious.
He's a rare breed. They don't really make a lot of people like him. So he's fucking great. He's fucking great.
Yeah.
But all right, the plane over there, is that
so that's
Beastie Boys thing?
No, so that's a plaque from my grandfather who was in World War II, and he was a tail gunner on a dive bomber, like in the front lines on the Pacific. So that was like a plaque he got for serving, and I keep that. He's like my hero. So I look up to my grandfather.
That's fucking cool. My grandfather was in a war. I don't think he got any awards for it. The other grandfather was this is actually pretty funny. This is an exclusive here. We're getting some lore. We're getting some lore about.
You know what's good? This is just podcast or sort of like broadcasting 101. Save your exclusives for like an hour and a half into the.
Yeah, that's
save it because that's what people are going to listen for. You want to. Don't give them the exclusive right away. Yeah.
If I'm only interested in telling the people that are still listening this story, you know what I mean?
Because that's what makes it like people listen in the beginning and then drop off. Like they don't deserve it. Yeah.
They're fake.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless they share. Because that's more valuable to me.
That's all that matters.
Anyway. But anyway, I had a grandfather who I never met. I never met him. He worked on nuclear submarines.
Oh, it's wild.
and he got a whole bunch of cancer.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because of working on the nuclear submarines.
Yeah.
And the government was just kind of like, no, that's not from his job.
Yeah.
At all. And it was bad. It happened like my dad was a younger guy when that happened.
Yeah.
And I don't have like a funny takeaway.
There's no takeaway
or anything.
Yeah.
Then my dad became an electrical engineer, and then I got a marketing degree. So it's just like levels of less badass shit, I think.
Yeah, I think that's generationally.
Yeah, right. That's what happens.
Yeah,
right? That's exactly. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, Tommy. This has been Good Vibes Live. Before we go, we like to have our closing segment here. Tommy, do you have any idea what it is?
No idea.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly par for the course. So, Tommy, our closing segment here is it's a song of the week. We have a running playlist. Where every week, everyone on the episode submits an episode that puts them in a good mood to a playlist. So we have a big old playlist that is all about good vibes.
I love it. So,
Tommy, do you have a song? You can take a second to think about it that puts you in a good mood.
I don't need
you're going to need to.
Yeah, Genuine's Pony.
Genuine's Pony.
Yeah.
What is that? What's that? Well, why does that put you in a good mood? While I look for a song.
Why are you looking for that song?
No, I look for my own positive song.
Because, you have your own positive song.
Yeah, we both submit one.
Have you ever heard Genuine's Pony? Because if you haven't, then I don't know. Like if you've heard it, I don't know why you're asking me.
I've heard of Genuine, but I've not heard Genuine's
Pony.
I've not heard Genuine's Pony.
Well, I mean, everyone loves ponies.
Okay, I'm actually not the biggest pony guy, believe it or not.
You're not a pony guy.
I'll watch a pony die. Jeff Rosenstock's dropped a new album. What? That's big.
Yeah,
big fan of that. You know Jeff Rosenstock?
No.
He's pretty fucking good. I'm high key excited about that. To dig into that after this. But he doesn't make positive music, so that would be a bad example of someone to use. I'm gonna do. Okay, this is kind of an oldie, not really an oldie, really not an oldie at all, but like a 2000s throwback. Is this the one I want to do? I do. Yeah, I do. I mean, it's their most popular song, and probably it's not. I wouldn't say it's a good vibe, but it's got a lot of nostalgic value for popular culture. Handlebars by the Flowbots.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's a fun
one. It's no pony, but
it's no pony. It's no pony. It's also not really a good vibe if you listen to the words. But that's kind of a running theme with some of the music we have on there. If I listen to the words, it's bad.
It's bad. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. I also remember like the music videos not uplifting by any means, but
no,
yeah,
I wouldn't.
It's your show, so
yeah. X-Nay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take that one out. I'm gonna do
another hip hop song. Do whatever you want.
I'm gonna do another hip hop song, Tommy. And this song is so good, even if you listen to the lyrics in the way that they're said. Hey Ya by Outkast.
Okay, that's a good vibe song.
That's all so positive. Yeah. The lyrics in that, everything that is said in that song is uplifting and good and kind-hearted.
Yep.
You have any regrets, Tommy, with that?
With Hey Ya?
With anything today? Do you regret doing this?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. This is a waste of time. I could have been with my fucking family. Yeah. I definitely regret doing this. But other than that, no. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's funny.
Yeah.
No, other than that, no regrets. This is the only one.
It's the only one.
Well, that's good. That's very honest, very candid. Great, good vibe to end the podcast on. Tommy, thank you for coming on and being the guest for this episode. I've had a spider crawling in my ear this whole episode.
Yeah, you had something going on in that ear for sure. Yeah.
I keep feeling like I think it's the fan like blowing some of my hair just like over.
Yeah. Some of your
I'm a great host. I'm a great host. I'm a great fucking host, and I don't get distracted easily.
Shout
Tommy,
out to
thank
Joe
you very much.
Yeah.
Tommy, do I? Oh. Shout out to Joe.
Yeah. Why
Shout
not?
out to Joe.
I mean,
So,
he has to be proud of us.
no, he's great. He
I know. I
one
love him.
time
Yeah.
he asked me to go in and speak in front of the class because at the time I was like, oh,
Was he like? Was it a
comic.
prank? Was he like pranking you?
No, he just didn't understand
Okay,
what I did.
I'm just kidding.
And
He
yeah, it was a
came. He
prank.
came. So Joe came to my Professor Klimovich came to my very first show at Lucky Dog.
Oh,
Him and
that's
Barbara
awesome.
came to my first show. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool support, man. That's pretty cool.
I had a professor, Professor Nociavelli. She came and saw me do my first roast battle. Which I'm not a big
Cool.
roaster, but I like.
Yeah, because like when you roast, you have to be like funny.
No, you just have like, yeah, that's pretty important.
Yeah,
but like that's really important. But like I know some people that are good roasters that are not that good comics. But like they're just dick bags. And they're like, oh, well, whatever. But I like roasting a little bit, but I really fucking like that roast was hilarious. And I like completely filleted the person. It was fucking hilarious. It was just it was an older gentleman. I'm not gonna say names. But like I'm gonna say that they were bald, right? And I was like, oh, they look like a bowling pin loosely covered in skin. And like it was like that was sweet. But it was fun. It was fun. And Megan Nociavelli was there. And Joe always he always talked about going out, and then he never did. He was just like, I'm lying to you. I say this to make you feel good about what you're doing, but I don't care. I understand why. I always would show up late to class and shit, and then after graduation I would beg him for a job. So no, this is great. Tommy, thank you very much for coming on and speaking to me. It's great talking to you. I look forward to working alongside you, hopefully sooner rather than later. So
same, man. Yeah.
You take care, dog. I'll end the recording now. It is good. All right. Hate speech coming out now. Done.